Ilia Topuria has made it clear he is ready for whatever challenge the promotion placed in front of him, as he is looking to knock out the fourth legend in a row. He acknowledged that some people might view his confidence as arrogance, but he framed it as the result of relentless preparation and belief in a skill set he felt no one in the division could equal inside the octagon.
Are you sure you don't want to just face Justin Gaethje to keep the momentum going and get another knockout to a legend?
If the UFC wants me to, of course, why not? I will be ready. So the truth is that I'm like this, you know, I have the confidence because I work really, really hard for everything that I want in my life. I know what I'm able to do inside that octagon. Maybe I used to sound a little bit cocky, or they think that I'm cocky, but the reality is that I work really hard, and I know that no one can match my level of skills inside the octagon because I know what I do in the training sessions. I know what I do in the sparring sessions. I know how good I am. I know that I have that blessing from God, let's say it like this.
Justin Gaethje is fired up after his big win over Paddy and has his eyes on the next big moment. He's determined that the UFC White House card only makes sense if he's facing the champion, and he's ready to make a statement that the fight will be the night's main event. Not everyone agrees with him, but Gaethje is focused on one clear goal, leaving no doubt in the octagon.
Ilia Topuria on the White House. Has to be. Has to be. No other option.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
Walking out of the Oval Office, into the cage, wearing the flag.
Entertaining.
I think we're going to main event it. I think we'll be the main event.
Boom.
Let's go. Once in a lifetime.
I'm totally guessing throwing against the wall right now.
Yeah. Universe.
But I mean, what else?
You know what I think will probably happen? You know what I think will probably happen?
We'll see it.
I think there'll be headline. You'll be one of them so that they can say, like, the man who's never had a bad fight, definitely here. So that's a draw. Yeah. And then they put whatever else on there. So I think co-main event, I think for sure.
Co-main? Who's main?
I don't know. I think it'll be a huge, I think it'll be big name thing.
McGregor's been tossed around as
that's
the
what I'm
main
saying.
for that fight.
Yeah, I know it's past the time, but name-wise, I think that is.
If it's McGregor, then McGregor's going to fight me, and we'll be main event anyway.
There you go. Okay.
Okay, never had a bad fight. Okay.
Yeah, it would be if Ilia didn't come back, they would strip him. I'd become the undisputed. And then McGregor gets to fight whoever he wants, so I guess that would be an option.
Justin Gaethje isn't holding back after his fight with Paddy Pimblett. He sees the kicks coming but barely feels threatened, staying relentless and keeping the pressure on throughout. For him, every strike just opens the door to dominate, and he takes full advantage.
I was shocked that he never shot on you. I'm shocked. You don't think so?
How do you when you're going like this the whole time?
Oh no, yeah.
You're never gonna shoot.
He's like this. He's like this.
Yeah, but once I'm moving it, so I'm just consistently moving this way.
Yeah, that's
so
it.
where's he gonna shoot?
Well, that's the thing. Like for me, you start going that way, I'm going leg kick.
Yeah, he was kicking me though, but he kicked like a bitch. So I was like, I can walk through that. Once I figured I could walk through it, then it was money.
Yeah.
Because every time I move here, he doesn't move his feet like
See, and that's right there. Yeah, see, for me, I'll be like this.
Yeah, he won't.
He'll never go that. No, everything you did was great. Like you do this and you do the overhand, you do that, but I'm shocked that he didn't go like bop and shoot on you. Like,
well, no, because I was pushing back the whole time. Every time I was moving here.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have a shot like that.
Gotcha.
He only has this one.
Yeah.
This is the only answer.
Yeah. And
Demetrius Johnson asks Justin Gaethje why he doesn't take the fight to the ground, but Gaethje has his own rules in the octagon. Even with a lifetime of wrestling experience, he avoids certain grips because they've caused him trouble in the past. On top of that, he barely notices his opponent's kicks, feeling confident enough to push forward and stay in control.
I'm sure you see my YouTube content, how I'm talking about your fights. Why don't you grapple?
I did grapple.
I mean, you sucked his head down, you came behind him.
How safe was it?
I mean, you were doing safe, but like...
It was so safe. Can't lose. I had to win.
Gotcha.
Had to win.
It's always weird. It's not weird. My coach will be like, you ain't gonna put no hooks in, you ain't gonna grapple him, you ain't gonna...
Every time I put hooks in, I'm done.
Yeah.
Get too high. Yeah, even wrestling my whole life, I never put the legs in.
Yeah.
Got in trouble every time.
Yeah.
I'll never put hooks in.
Oh, okay.
Ever.
So it's something like where you just you're not comfortable.
I get too high.
Ah, gotcha. That's fair enough.
Consistently, and I give up position.
Yep.
And I'm in such a good position, and I'm landing heavy shots. Doing damage.
Yep.
And they're like, fuck this.
Meanwhile, Paddy Pimblett is also backing Justin Gaethje to take the undisputed title from Ilia Topuria and is already thinking about a rematch. He admits there were moments in their fight that frustrated him, but he's moved on and learned from the experience. Now he's focused on seeing Gaethje reach the top and hopes they get a chance to face off again.
Congrats to Justin Gaethje. I did say before the fight I want the best version of Justin Gaethje, and that Justin Gaethje turned up. So hats off to him. I hope he wins the Undisputed title off Ilia. And hopefully we can run it back, even though I don't think he's got too many fights left. Hopefully we can run it back in the future, because there's a couple of things in that fight where that pissed me off. But, you know, we get on with it. It's done now. There's nothing we can do. There's nothing we can go back and change. I just hope that in the future he can step up and have a rematch with me. But it's one of them. I know he's on the arse end of his career, so if he does end up just fighting Ilia and fighting Max or something and retiring, it's one of them. I'll have learned a lot from losing that fight.
Justin Gaethje sees losses as part of the journey, valuing going out on his shield over leaving it to the judges. He believes a defeat like that only strengthens his resolve and lays the groundwork for an even more powerful return.
I'm very proud of myself for losing like that rather than losing by decision. Going one more second and then losing by decision. I fought a terrible fight. I deserved to lose. I wasn't perfect that night. And that knockout is going to make this comeback that much greater. And so I think it's perfect. I think it had to happen. I think it's my story. It's part of my story. I'm trying to write a book, create a movie, create a legacy. And I think that knockout is going to make all this. If I come back and beat Paddy, get undisputed gold by beating Topuria, best story you can ever write in this story.
However, Daniel Cormier issued a warning to Justin Gaethje ahead of a potential clash with Ilia Topuria, warning that reckless exchanges could be perilous. He highlighted Topuria's knockout power and ability to end fights instantly, stressing that Gaethje cannot take that kind of risk.
Is there going to be a situation where they come to the center ring like Gaethje and Holloway and just throw leather?
Just go.
Justin Gaethje is my friend. I'm going to tell him don't do that with Ilia Topuria, man. You can't do that with him.
Yeah.
He hit so hard. When him and Charles Oliveira were fighting, by the time Charles Oliveira hit the ground, he was already sleeping, man. Like, Ilia hit him 2 to 3 times on the way down. So, like, before he even hit the ground, Ilia hit him with the right hand. By the time Charles is, like, knocked out and falling backwards, Ilia done hit him with an uppercut. He hit him with another right hand. And then some guys actually, you fall down, they do like that. The referee like, hey, man, it's over. Ilia jump on you. He hit you with a couple.
Daniel Cormier also reacted to Justin Gaethje's fight with Paddy Pimblett, calling it one of the most entertaining bouts in UFC history. He admitted he was surprised by how sharp Gaethje looked and noted that Pimblett didn't push the wrestling game, leaving the fight largely standing and letting Gaethje showcase his striking.
We had the first fight. It's called the numbered event now. They're not pay-per-views. We had Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett. It was one of the most watched fights in UFC history.
Are you surprised at how good Gaethje looked against Paddy?
I was surprised that Paddy didn't try to wrestle him more. Paddy seemed very open to standing with Justin, and that wasn't the way he was going to beat Justin Gaethje.
On the other hand, Movsar Evloev set his sights on making a definitive statement against Lerone Murphy at UFC London, targeting a decisive finish that would erase any doubt about his claim to a championship opportunity with Alexander Volkanovski.
6 more weeks, hopefully nothing gonna happen until my fight, and I finally will fight, and then anyone will have no excuse to see me as the #1 contender for the title. To deserve title shot, you have to beat someone good, which is Lerone. 17-0, undefeated, strong, big. We'll see. To beat the guy in this level is already like special things. But
for sure.
To be honest, I don't want to fight for 5 rounds, so I'll try to finish this guy in early rounds. Alex is the best featherweight in all time. So I'm so happy he's not retired. But you know, I'll be happy to fight him before he go.
Aljamain Sterling leaned toward Movsar in the matchup and believed the route to victory was obvious. In his view, grinding exchanges along the fence or controlling the fight on the mat could tilt things heavily in Movsar's favor. At the same time, he questioned whether Lerone's grappling would hold up, even with the advantages he brings as a powerful and polished striker, which made the stylistic clash fascinating to him.
Who do you think takes that out of Movsar, Lerone? Who's next for Volk? Did I ask you that yet? I don't think so.
No, so I guess where we left off was who would probably win that matchup. And I feel like Movsar has more ways, well, a very clear path to win. I don't want to say more ways, but I I mean, you can push him up against cage. You can take him down and hold him. Yeah.
You said you felt in your fight Movsar was starting to wilt a little bit in the last round. Do you think 5 rounds is going to affect him against Murphy?
I wouldn't say he was starting to wilt. I would say that 3rd round, I felt like I broke him. When I took him down and I slammed him on his head and then I slammed him again, I think he was just kind of like, all right, I'm just going to hang out here because I almost felt like he conceded the loss. And that's why I thought, like, after 3.5 minutes of the round of the control for myself, I really thought I did enough to win. I know some people were saying you didn't throw any punches. I'm like, I threw the only punches on the feet that round and the entire fight, except for the one where he caught my kick and hit me with a right hand and pushed me out. Yeah. So other than that, I felt like those little pity pat shots that he was just throwing, it was like, I just don't think that should have outscored the round in 90 seconds versus 3.5 minutes. Like, because honestly, if I slammed him on his head like that in the streets, I'm walking away until the cops, let the cops get to the scene, I'm gone. So I thought that was a very impactful, damaging takedown versus a little leg reap or inside trip where I got all the takedowns in the fight. He got one takedown, which was catching a kick and pushing me down. He didn't even get a takedown. Any traditional takedown, he did not get. Yeah. So if that's the best, I just go, I like my chances at fighting for the belt and to even have a rematch. We're fighting a guy like Lerone. But Lerone, clean striker, he's strong. Yeah. I just wonder if his wrestling is going to be enough. I heard one of his interviews. He's going to be offensive, pushing the pace going forward, and trying to be vicious on his defense or offense, whatever he said. So I'm very intrigued to see how that goes.
Lerone Murphy is also gearing up for a massive clash with Movsar Evloev, 2 unbeaten fighters going head-to-head. His plan is clear: keep moving forward and look for the knockout. He knows Evloev will bring heavy wrestling, so Murphy is sharpening both his defense and offense. With both men having grown since they last sparred, it's a true test to see who comes out on top.
So as you've seen, I'm fighting Movsar Evloev, main event in London, March 21st. Banger of a fight, 17-0 versus 19-0. The game plan's simple: walk forward and try and knock him out. Simple. I believe it's a tough matchup, probably the best fighter I've fought so far. There's no secret that he's going to come to wrestle. He's going to wrestle hard, so I need to be good defensively and vicious offensively. We've sparred in Thailand a long time ago actually, and he's got a lot better since then, and so have I. So let's see who's really the best. So watching the champion fight last weekend against Diego Lopez, I feel like it went exactly how I said it would go. I feel like if I would have been in there, it would have been a different fight, different problems to solve. Being number 3 in the world, it's great, it looks great, but really rankings don't mean nothing, and trying to be number 1 and trying to be the champion, that's the goal in it. But it's great to be noticed as one of the top fighters in the world. We're going to be posting bits about the fight camp all the way leading up to the fight. Stay tuned, stay locked in, make sure you subscribe.
Talking about dedication, Alexander Volkanovski feels a duty as champion to make sure the fighters who deserve a shot actually get their chance. He believes in respecting the rankings and doesn't want anyone to skip ahead unfairly. For him, being a champion means doing his part to keep the system honest.
Do I want to make them late? Just, again, so I've got a responsibility. I talk about having a responsibility as a champion. I don't think enough champions look at it that way. For me, I look at it as a responsibility. There's rankings for a reason. There's people that deserve it. If someone does get in, I'll be active enough to still give the people that deserve it a chance anyway, so I don't have to wait too long. But I mean, if I'm just going to keep letting other people just cut the line, I'm not really doing my part either. So I'll talk to the UFC, see what they say. Again, I'm an easy champ. I understand at the end, Dave, the UFC just push it or whatever, all right, but we'll see what happens.
Meanwhile, Aljamain Sterling pushed for a spot as the standby option for the London event, pointing to uncertainty around Movsar Evloev. He portrayed Evloev as someone who frequently falls through on bookings, and suggested history showed the withdrawal often came from his side, which was why he wanted to be ready in case the call came.
I'm trying to throw my name in the hat to be a backup for that London card.
Oh yeah? From Movsar and Lerone Murphy?
Listen, man, Movsar is one of the most unreliable guys that pulls out of how many fights, or somehow his opponent doesn't make it to the fight, but usually it's him. So, I wouldn't mind going back to the UK with the men them and going to see my grandparents over there, my grandma, some of my cousins. So I think that'd be fun. Obviously, cutting weight sucks, but if I get the opportunity to put myself in a number 1 contender position where I can fight either one of those guys and win, I think the writing's on the wall that I get another title shot long before it's overdue.
Movsar Evloev already revealed why he pulled out of the Aaron Pico fight. Movsar explained that he was unable to fight after testing positive for COVID-19. Despite being fully prepared, symptoms appeared 2 weeks before the bout, making even light training nearly impossible and forcing him to withdraw.
I never stopped training, but last time I supposed to fight, I pulled out because of I don't know, was some type of corona in Thailand. You know, I was ready to fight, but 2 weeks before the fight, I start feel so bad. You know, even like doing some easy exercises make me feel so bad. So I decided to pull out because it was not my body wasn't ready to fight. So, but after that, I had 3-month rehabilitation, you know, and then I started training. Was waiting for some fight, and now finally they gave me the fight with the good undefeated prospect in my division. In main card London, you know, it's like dream fight, to be honest.
On the other hand, Israel Adesanya has surprised his fans as he hinted that his career could wind down by 2028, saying he can't plan much beyond 2027. He acknowledged he's nearing the finish line of his fighting journey and feels it drawing closer with each year.
I'm not gonna be like, oh, how many do you think you have left?
Fact. Less than 10.
What? Less than 10 fights?
That you are. You're surprised.
Yeah, I thought it was like 4 or 5. I thought you weren't gonna fight past 40.
Well, I know that's still less than 10.
less than 10. Okay. I thought it was a lot less.
I don't know, 6, 7. Now, yeah, who knows? Like, I know it's less than 10. It can't be past 10. So if I fight now, fight one more time towards the end of the year, maybe. That's 2 fights. If I do 2 fights a year, next year I can still fight. 2028 is where I'll be like, I don't know yet. I don't know. I can't see past 2027, but I do know 2028. I don't know. I don't think that far ahead at the moment, but I do glance at it, but I don't really try and focus on it. I just know I'm on the tail end. I can see the finish line. I've been seeing the finish line in the distance, but now it's closer. But who knows at what pace will I get there?
Israel Adesanya also revealed he was scheduled for a short notice fight against Reinier de Ridder last year, but had to pull out due to a training injury. He noted that, having never taken a short notice fight before, it would have been an exciting challenge.
I was gonna fight last year, but then I got injured in the gym, and then that opportunity got taken away. It was a short notice fight as well. I've never done one of those, so that would have been exciting.
Who was the person?
RDR.
Yeah.
On 5 weeks notice, 6 weeks notice, and I was already training, so I was getting ready for a fight. So it would have been like, right, I've never done this before, hop in there, but then that moment got taken away from me. But that's, in hindsight, the best thing.
So the middleweight division will miss Israel Adesanya, but the welterweight division is missing a fight, and the fans are waiting for a clash at 170. Joaquin Buckley is fired up as he scans the welterweight division and doesn't like what he sees. In his mind, too many big names are passing time and avoiding real action while the division waits for someone to take charge. With frustration building, he ramps up the pressure and prepares to put everyone on notice.
Right now, the division on standstill. Like, this is crazy. You know, hey, look. The matchmakers know their job. They know better than me what they doing. But right now, they got the hottest division and ain't nobody fighting. You got Islam out there playing wrestle ball, you know. You got Protez out there partying and clubbing. You got Morales out there twerking and twirling. You got JDM still at the house crying. You got Leon missing again. You got Bilal trying to sell war meals. You got Ian Gary watching in the corner. Boy, I don't know what's going on. Like, what's going on with the welterweight division? We got to get things active. And then, oh yeah, Shavkat gone. And Shavkat knocked out the rank.
There are a lot of rumors about a fight between Islam versus Ian Gary or Islam versus Kamaru Usman, but nothing is confirmed yet. Islam is not interested in facing Ian Gary, but things can change very quickly. Islam's manager Ali Abdelaziz questions the idea of Islam Makhachev facing Ian Gary next. In his view, Islam and Usman are the matchup everyone wants to see, and anything else just doesn't add up. He doubts the UFC would go in a different direction, but leaves room for surprise. Ali Abdelaziz said, Islam and Usman want to fight each other, but UFC might have have a different plan, but that's what I think. Maybe they think differently, but don't tell me Ian Gary. Similarly, Rizvan Magomedov also has set his sights on Kamaru Usman as a potential next opponent for Islam. He thinks this would be the most exciting matchup for fans. Rizvan Magomedov said, "They're discussing the next fight and Kamaru Usman is on the list of possible opponents. If you ask us, we'd also like that fight because it's one of the biggest fights that can be made in the division right now." As always, the final word is with the organization. Islam is ready to defend. From a media perspective, the fight with Kamaru Usman would be the most interesting and watchable for the public. Meanwhile, fans witnessed a little meetup between the legends as Demetrius Johnson and Jon Jones met at the Super Bowl and reflected on their GOAT debate. Johnson admitted that while he and Jones competed for years to determine the top spot, Jones always held the edge. Jones responded that greatness is subjective, noting there's room for many stars and opinions will always differ on who's truly the best.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, so you guys share the same birthday.
Bro, you should call me sometime on his birthday.
Okay, well, yeah.
That'll be one of his first calls of the day.
Yeah, he was like, who the fuck's that guy? I was like, don't worry, man, he's one of the goats. Me and him battled for so many years to see who was 1 and 2,
Dude,
but he's always won, all right?
I feel like people respect us both tremendously as great fighters for completely different reasons.
Of course.
I always say there's plenty of room up there for many stars.
Yep. I always loved him. He was like, why does always have to be one?
Yeah.
I love that. He was like, it doesn't always have to be one. I was like, you know what, Nick? You're right. There always be one. So.
Yeah, and the truth is, like, who's the best is always going to be an opinion.
Yeah.
So it's great to be mentioned in the conversation.
Of course.
That's what it's about. We made it.
Yep, absolutely. All right, man. God bless.
Let's go.
However, Javier Mendez argued that Jon Jones can't be considered the GOAT due to PED violations. He stated that while Jones belongs in the conversation, cheating disqualifies him from being at the very top. Mendez compared it to athletes losing Olympic gold medals after being caught cheating, emphasizing that in a true sport, integrity matters above all.
I think the number one for me at the moment is Islam Makhachev, and I think the GOAT for me is Khabib, and I would put Jon Jones in that category, but I can't because of you paid the price, you lost your prize, like any sport, right? If you're caught doing something you should have been doing, how can you be considered at the top of the league? I mean, if this is a true sport, and a true sport, you cannot, even though you cannot put that person ahead. How many people have won Olympic gold medals and then they find out that they cheated one way or another and they got the Olympic gold medals taken away from them? Well, if it's true for any other sport, it should be true for MMA too. So that's the only reason why I don't consider him the greatest. I do consider him one of them, even though, but I would have considered him the greatest of all time for damn sure. Yes, 100%.
That's it from today's video, and hopefully you have enjoyed it. Share your thoughts in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos.